So the other day, I got to thinking, and I mentioned it in one of my videos, that I didn't really spend any time talking about why I'm actually shooting any video. And so I figured today might be a good day to do that while I'm doing some chores around here and getting prepared for our family get-together. So I'm gonna actually talk about some of the different reasons why I started filming, and why I think I'll continue to film regardless of whether it's on social media or not. Without any hesitation, I would say my number one reason for starting to shoot video was because I wanted history. I wanted a history of our progress. I wanted to see where we start and where we end up. Because the reality is I hope to be doing this, 10, 20, 30 years from now. I want to continue building on what we're trying to do here. And obviously there's always the chance that that doesn't happen, but I still want the history. The other thing is, in my current job and the jobs I've had for the last couple of years, the expectation is after a project, you do what we call lessons learned, and you take a look at what worked and what didn't. And this is essentially a large project, and every little project can be a project, but also the whole thing is really and truly a large project. And so coming from that angle, I think having a lessons learned periodically on what we've done is good. And what better way to do that than to have video record at that, of everything you've done, and being able to go and look at the progression through the project and see where things went right and where things went wrong. To me, it's kind of like taking before and after pictures of a project, a renovation. One of the things that I wanted to accomplish with moving out here and doing this is spending more time with the family. And my hope is to get the kids more involved as they continue to get older, and which leads to one of my other reasons for starting to video. Nobody really talks about making home videos anymore, and everything that everybody does seem to video, or a lot of people at least, it's 30-second, 10-second, 15-second clips. They get uploaded to social media and it goes into your feed, and then it's gone. And maybe you see it again, maybe you don't. And I kind of miss setting up a camera at Christmas and seeing how everybody reacts. I know my parents used to do that, and a couple times in my life we've gone back and watched some of those videos, and it's pretty cool to do. And they may not, those videos may not last, but it's still pretty cool to be able to have that and be able to share that time. And I can remember that growing up. And so some of the motivation is just to have those kind of home videos of the kids, to watch them grow up. And so it's not really just about the property or the progress or the things I'm doing. To be quite honest, a big motivation for me is filming the kids and watching the kids grow up, and being able to have that years down the road to be able to look back at. And one thing I've already gotten to do, which is pretty awesome, is my kids will go back and watch these videos pretty regular. And something that that's really exciting to see is when they watch some of the videos of things that maybe I'm doing that they're not necessarily involved in. They're asking questions and they want to understand and know, which is pretty cool. But honestly, the part from that perspective that makes it worth it is when the kids see themselves on camera, they get excited. And there are certain things that, just when a kid gets excited, that's contagious, and it puts you in a good mood usually. And one of the things that that they've done is some of the videos that we made were stupid trivial videos with the chickens, where the chickens are looking at the camera, and the kids love it. I mean, they absolutely love it. Like, that video is there for no other reason than the kids thought it was hilarious. And my daughter especially, she laughs and laughs and laughs every time that we show her that video. And so, those are memories. And whether that means anything to anybody else doesn't really matter to me. It's something that my kids are enjoying, and I just think that's pretty cool to do. So I only bought enough straw to get, through the winter. And I honestly have more straw than I really need for no more animals than I've got. But I just wanted a few extra just in case. Figure I can mulch with it if nothing else. But what I do have, I'm actually getting ready for our hayride. And so I've built what I'm going to call the kid corral. And the kid corral is for the really young ones to basically stay contained while we do our little hayride here around the property. And so I think the kids and stuff will enjoy it, but I want to make sure it's good and safe for them. So another reason that I really want to keep filming is because it allows friends and family to connect, the ones that maybe don't get to be around as often. And even for the ones that do, I know just from personal conversations that, you know, some of the grandparents really enjoy being able to just see what's going on here at different times, and, you know, how the kids are, and, you know, that goes a long way. And, you know, for some of the extended family that we don't get to see as often, you know, I think it can be exciting, you know, just to see how other people are doing, even if you don't get a chance to sit down and talk to them. Because, you know, with as busy as everybody is, a lot of people don't even get a chance to really sit down and think until the very end of the day. And by that point, you know, it might be too late to reach out and just talk to people. So, you know, it can be I think a good way to connect with family and friends that you just don't get to see very often. And as I said before, what grandparent doesn't really want to see their grandkids as much as possible? Here we go, guys. Here we go, ladies. An apple. Yep. There you go. It's all yours now. There you go. Now you're getting into it. Here. So I think one of the last reasons, you know, that I'm really filming these videos is, you know, I really enjoy trying to teach what I do know, and also really enjoy learning. And I think while I'm not necessarily trying to teach anybody anything, because I'm frankly a beginner at this, and arguably not very good at it, but I hope that teaching can be a couple different things, right? It can be somebody literally teaching you something. It can be you reading and self-teaching. But as I've said before, you know, you can learn from other people's successes and failures. And so if I'm recording and I can show what I've done and what's worked, and what I've done and what hasn't worked, I think that's potentially something that could be beneficial to somebody else. And so I don't know that that's more or less a reason to film, but I do think that it's a potential positive, you know, effect of, you know, just sharing your experiences. You know, whether somebody, you know, wants to look at what I'm doing and, you know, take something from it, that's completely up to them. But you know, I've found value in watching others do what I'm doing, and I've spent time studying their successes and failures, and I've found value in that. And while I won't do everything exactly the way anybody else has, I think there are different aspects of what we do, depending on where we're at, that work or don't work. And so, again, my hope is that maybe it's beneficial to somebody. So to get back to my original thought is, you know, what are these videos about? Well, it's about family time. It's about building our homestead. It's about potentially building out a small farm. You know, that's still to be determined. And, you know, it's just spending time with family and friends, and, you know, what kind of progress we make. And, you know, I think that in and of itself, at least for us, is exciting. You know, these are videos of us building our future, you know, helping build our children's future, you know, trying to build a healthier lifestyle, you know, build a lifestyle that's reliant more on what we can do and less on what we need others to do. And not to say we're trying to be recluses or anything, because that's definitely not it. We're not trying to be off the grid, but, you know, just being able to provide more for ourselves. You know, these are all stories, you know, about that journey for us. And I think it'll be exciting to be able to go back and watch that over the coming years. And if any of those things are something you might feel like you're interested in, feel free to subscribe and follow us. And if not, that's okay too. Either way, I wish you nothing but the best. Have a good day.